here. Casey Johnson, go ahead.
Hey, Lonzo. The last time we spoke to you in April after the playoffs ended, you told us you were going to try to visit specialists in the offseason. If you could just kind of take us through what you tried to do this summer and then ultimately what led to this decision, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, the whole summer is basically just, like you said, meeting with specialists, talking to different doctors, and rehabbing. I mean, doing everything we could, to stay out of surgery and get back on the court. Unfortunately, we're at a point where, we used the whole summer to pretty much just work and get as far as I can. The pain has gone down, but the range was this far. Now it's still like this, but, I still can't play basketball. So unfortunately, I got to take the next step, and that's surgery.
What exactly happens when you try to play basketball, or have you even tried to play basketball?
Yeah, I literally, I really can't run. So can't run or jump. So there's like a range from like 30 to 60 degrees when my knee is bent that I have like no force and I can't catch myself. So until I can do those things, I can't play. So I did rehab. It was getting better, but it was not to a point where I can get out there and actually go out there and run at, full speed or jump. So surgery is the next step.
Darnell, go ahead.
Hey, Lonzo, thanks for doing this. Just curious, at what point in your ramp-ups did you start to feel discomfort? We kept hearing that you would make progress and it would be close, but then there would come a time where you just couldn't go. At what point in those workouts did you start to feel that discomfort?
Honestly, throughout all the workouts, there was a point where we would warm up and stuff, and I would go through certain things and it'd be fine. And then whenever I got to get to, real basketball activities, I couldn't do it. So, unfortunately, this is just what's at hand, and it's got to be dealt with. And we feel like surgery, again, is the best option.
And then after this surgery, as it's been described to you, what would a rehab procedure or process involve?
I would assume pretty similar to my last rehab. I mean, just strengthening my legs, strengthening my quad and my calf, and going from there. I mean, for me, this will be my third surgery. So this time around, I don't really want to rush anything. I think like last time, I wanted to get back to the playoffs and stuff. And I thought we all thought that it was going to be the case, but unfortunately it wasn't. So this time I think we need to just, take it however slow we need to take it and come back 100%.
All right. Thanks, Lonzo. Good luck.
Thanks.
Jamal, go ahead.
Hey, Lonzo. Just as the way it's been described to you, the surgery, kind of what's like the purpose of it? Is it like a cleanup? Are they going in to clean up, bones, looking for a specific thing, or kind of how do you understand what exactly the procedure is that you're doing?
I mean, from my understanding, they're going in there to see what it is, because it's not necessarily showing up on the MRI, but it's clear that there's something there that's not right. So they're going to go in, look at it, and whatever needs to be done, it's going to be done.
And then you kind of mentioned just like on that ramp, trying to get back before the playoffs. Do you feel like y'all, rushed things or, pushed it too hard or anything during that period?
I'm not going to say we did that, because I've torn my meniscus before, and, I came back and I was fine. And, like I said, I thought I was for sure going to be back for the playoffs. I think we all, thought that was going to be the case, but, things happen and something weird obviously happened. I've never, felt pain like this, or, could ramp up a little bit, but not fully. So it's definitely a unique situation. But I mean, the doctors and the Bulls and myself, and we're all trying to, figure out what it is. And like I said, we all came to the conclusion that, it's time for surgery.
Appreciate it, man.
Julia, go ahead.
Hey, Alonso, thanks so much for the time. We really appreciate this. You mentioned, kind of when you're feeling that discomfort, are you having like everyday pain? Is it something that you're feeling, tweaks in your everyday movement, or is it only when you're trying to get in there and kind of ramp up into those basketball moves?
No, it's every day. Even, going upstairs and stuff, it's still painful. So like I said, this is definitely something I've never dealt with. Even the doctors are a little, surprised about it a little bit, but we're all working together to figure this thing out.
And then in terms of just being kind of further away from your teammates right now in the middle of training camp, what are you doing to maybe like stay in touch with them? How often are you kind of checking in and talking with them and just trying to keep that connection strong, even when you're, rehabbing in a different state?
Yeah, I mean, it's 2022, so it's not hard to keep communication, with people. But after the surgery, I'll be back, in Chicago again, and, around the guys, and just keep building that relationship.
Thanks, Lonzo.
Rob, go ahead.
Hey, Lonzo, thanks for doing this. Just in terms of the rehab after the operation, just as kind of a clarifying question, are you planning to be mostly in Chicago or around the team at all? Just kind of where exactly will you be when you're, going through this next phase of rehab?
Yeah, I think I did my whole rehab out here in the summer, with John Meyer. He was great. But, season's about to start. So, me and the team think it's best for me to be around the team. So, the plan is to do my rehab out there.
Cheryl, go ahead.
Lonzo, we all know about the physical toll, but what is the emotional toll right now with what you've been going through?
It's tough. This is my third time, working on this knee. It's a point. I'm at a point where I just want to get it over with and get healthy and get back to playing. I missed the playoffs last year. I haven't played basketball pretty much all year. So for me, I just want to, get back out there with my teammates and do what I love to do.
You've gone through three surgeries. You're going to be going through three surgeries. Do you get concerned about your future?
I'm not going to say I'm concerned about it, but obviously I wish I didn't have to have any surgeries. The plan this whole summer was to stay out of, the surgery. But at this point, this is all that's left. So it's something that has to be done. I know I'm going in, with the best doctors. So I got 100% confidence in them, and I think I'll be back to normal.
Thank you.
Lonzo, we got a couple more for you. Andy Seligman, go ahead.
Hey, Lonzo, have the doctors given you any time frame for when you might be able to return to playing?
Not a specific time frame, no. We're going to do the surgery. We're going to take it, slow, and just go based on how I'm feeling. And, if all goes well, hopefully it's not too long, and I'm back out there playing.
Thanks.
Sam Smith, go ahead.
Based on what you've been told, do you have any concerns about having to miss this entire season to get right?
That's not in my mind right now, but that'd be the worst case scenario. I'm at a point now where I know I can't, get back out there until I'm comfortable playing and can actually play. So whenever that day comes, that's when I have the jersey back on.
Anything else for Lonzo? Darnell, go ahead.
Yeah, Lonzo, on a happier note, I did want to ask you about LiAngelo and him joining the Hornets again. Just could you share your thoughts on that accomplishment for him and just his journey and kind of trying to latch in the NBA?
Yeah, his journey is a little unique, definitely different than me, or Melo's, but this is his path. And, God put him in this place right here, right now. And I told him just to make the most of it, go out there and do what you can do and let the chips fall where they may.
Thank you.
Casey, go ahead.
Yeah, Alonzo, just one more about kind of the overall toll of this. When we talked to you in April, it was pretty apparent how, bothered you were by missing the playoffs. That obviously would have been your first playoffs. Your pain was palpable. Do you do much of the what if? With you on this roster, this team was leading the East, and you guys, it looks like the plan was really working. Do you do much of the woe is me or what if, or don't you have the mental capacity for that?
I don't really play the what if game. In my opinion, we have a great team. Unfortunately, I couldn't be out there last year. It was, like you said, it would have been my first playoffs. I think I really could have. We made a big, contribution to winning, but things happen, and this is a new year. Like I said, hopefully I can get back sooner rather than later and help those guys reach the common goal, which is a championship.
So we're going to take one more. Cody, go ahead.
Yeah, Lonzo, I was just curious about the process with Bulls doctors over the summer. How often did they come visit you in Los Angeles? And what was kind of the relationship between your camp's doctors and specialists and what they were saying with the Bulls doctors?
Constant communication, honestly, every other day, every week for sure. Just trying to figure out, how we can, conquer this challenge. And like I said, we all came together. We were working closely all summer. Communication was great. Unfortunately, we couldn't, figure it out without surgery. So hopefully surgery is the key.
Did they go to the appointments with you, with the specialists?
Yeah, Bulls, staff, Brian Cole, the doctor, we was talking all the time. The staff was in probably 95% of my rehab. So, we kept close communication and basically seeing somebody, every day.
Thank you.
For more videos, click here.